So, listen, when I pick my topics every day, I'm trying to pick stuff that I think you're interested in. So some of these stories you may be interested in. The tough part for me is I never want to fake it on the air. I never want to pretend like I care about something that I don't. So what I'm trying to do every morning when I do this show is find stories that you'll watch and find stories I feel strongly about. And then when we can connect, I really care. But I saw this headline this morning, and there's 5 stories in the NFL I keep seeing written about, talked about. I'm just over them. I'm just completely over them. I can't even fake it anymore. Let's go through my top 5 stories. I'm tired of faking that I'm interested. Number 1, here it is. Patriots quarterback Tom Brady addresses retirement, acknowledges, quote, "There's an end coming." No kidding. He's 41. Yes, the end is near. It's like sitting in a theater for 2 hours and 10 minutes. The end of the movie's coming. How do I know? Because you're 2 hours and 10 minutes into the movie.
We've been talking about this really for like 2 years now.
Okay, yes.
Because it started at halftime of the Falcons-Patriots Super Bowl. It was like, this is the end of Tom Brady. Look how terrible he's playing.
Are people in the newspaper industry, there's a million stories with New England. Forget the NFL. And this is nothing against USA Today, but God, for the love of God, I love the Patriots. I love Brady. I can't even fake it anymore.
I have a strong feeling, Colin, that there will be a time when Tom Brady retires from football.
I have the same feeling.
It's weird, right?
Weird. The movie in the theater is going to end. I just know it. It's a weird feeling. Here's the second story. I saw, Le'Veon Bell, is he going to play for the Steelers in week 1? Folks, they win with him, they win without him. He's going to eventually play this year, week 4, week 6. I mean, seriously, the Browns are in their division. The Bengals are in their division. They've got Pro Bowlers up front, the best receiving core outside of Atlanta in the NFL. Big Ben, veteran coach, led the AFC in sacks. Listen, he's going to play eventually. I'm not going to, do I have to talk about this every week? They're 10-4 in the games he hasn't played. The Steelers have shown an ability. They are so gifted at so many places in a kind of weak marginal division. They're winning this thing with or without him. Whether he starts week 1 and week 3, he'll start at some point, play, be good, and they'll be a playoff team.
Now, as a fantasy football player, I have to push back a little bit. We kind of need to know if we can draft him high, What week's he going to be back? It's important stuff, Colin.
Third story. Who is going to sign Colin Kaepernick in the NFL? I don't know. He's suing the league. Like, you know what suing means? I'm trying to get money out of you. I'm not saying Colin Kaepernick's not good enough to start in the league, but let's be honest. Nobody's going to build a franchise around him. If at all he's a backup, I got to spend this much time worrying about a backup in the NFL? He's a backup quarterback. He hasn't played in years. And by the way, he doesn't deserve, I don't care. He's not good enough as a quarterback, and I don't want to talk about politics. I want to talk about football. I'm a sportscaster. Nobody's ever come up to me in my life and said, Colin, who's your favorite senator? Colin, if you had to rank top 5 governors, who would they be? Nobody's ever said that because nobody cares about my political thoughts. And I think Kaepernick can be an interesting, fascinating guy on other shows, not mine. But as a football player, he's okay. Better than some, worse than many. I'm just done talking about it.
Well, at this point in the situation with the lawsuit, it's pretty obvious that he's not going to get a job in the NFL. But numbers-wise, his last year playing, while the team was obviously awful, his numbers were equivalent to Andy Dalton and Tyrod Taylor. So if
they're not suing the league,
right? But that's why he's not. Yeah. That's not going to. The discussion of whether he's going to get a job in the NFL at this point,
it's done.
Is a non-discussion.
All right. Here's the fourth one. This one's embarrassing. Nick Foles should start, not Carson Wentz week 1. And when Wentz comes back, he's going to have to fight for his starting job. Oh, shut up. Nick Foles and Carson Wentz. People, you're talking about Air Force One and a prop plane. What are you talking about? Carson Wentz is an all-time talent. Nick Foles almost quit 2 years ago. Good God. Well, Nick Foles in the Super Bowl. Mark Sanchez got the back-to-back AFC championship games, beat Brady in New England, beat Peyton Manning in Indianapolis. Tim Tebow won 6 straight games. Would you stop trying to convince me Nick Foles is a challenger for Carson Wentz? Come on. There's not a general manager in the league in a decade that, if given the choice between those two, would say, let me think about it. Let me make some calls to my scouting department. They'd be like, who's asking again? What's your name? You think these guys are close? They're not close. The minute Wentz can play, he'll play. Lord, I'm tired of that. And finally, where's Dez Bryant going to play? Where's Dez Bryant going to play? I was kind of interested in this for about a week, but it doesn't really matter because he's not a number one receiver. Receivers, even the great ones in this league like Julio Jones and Odell Beckham Jr., don't really translate to wins. They can be good and get yards, but nobody's going to build a franchise around Dez Bryant. Nobody really trusts the maturity of Dez Bryant. The Cleveland Browns passed. The Patriots are desperate and passed. Listen, somebody's going to figure out a way to get him on a team, and they're going to figure out how to get him on a team once the season starts so that they can cut him if he becomes, a headache. But Dez Bryant's not winning games in this league. I mean, he had 800 yards last year for the Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys, knowing Jason Witten was probably going to retire, knowing their weakest position was receiver, knowing they play in a division with the Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl champs, and a great defense, knowing Pat Shurmur's going to the Giants are going to be better, are like, we're done with Dez Bryant. And that's from an organization, Dallas, historically, Jerry Jones, that loves players who everybody else is afraid of. The Dez Bryant story. So in review, these 5 stories I can't fake anymore. Tom Brady retiring. Duh. Le'Veon Bell's holdout. Ugh. Colin Kaepernick deserves a job. Carson Wentz is better than Foles, potentially. Nick Foles and Carson Wentz. We should be arguing over who starts. And then Dez Bryant, where's he going to go? Because my job, basically, honestly, as a talk show host, is to find stuff that you'll listen to and watch, and that I at least have enough passion that I can talk about it for 5 minutes at a time. Boy, these 5, I'm done with. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.